Not done, not dead. Put the red badge back to bed. Not neat, not late. Well, late perhaps, we'll call it fate. I woke beneath a landslide of reminders. Phone face down, still glowing through the sheet. Coffee stood guard by a tower of papers. One cold commander with nothing to eat. My inbox claimed it needed clarification. My calendar had sharpened every square. A note said capture all outstanding actions. I captured that, then left it over there. Calls to make and forms to finish. One dead bulb and one lost shoe. I wrote review, the weekly review process, then wrote review why reviews don't do. Klaus watched from his shelf while gravity missed its deadline. Here comes Sunday, dressed for Monday. Here comes maybe with a pen. The list clears its administrative throat. I close the door on it again. Here comes the unfinished parade. Loose ends flying and plans delayed. Next action waiting someday maybe. Or marching out like they expect to save me. The clock can shout, the red lights flash. The perfect system can kiss my past. Impossible mission, lovely mate. I'm grinning at the head of the unfinished parade. By noon the office had developed weather. The printer sounded tired of being brave. A meeting had a meeting about meetings, then booked another one to check we'd save. My contacts multiplied behind my shoulder. A desk at home, at phone online. I put buy milk beneath rebuild the future. It felt like quite a sensible dividing line. The 2-minute rule came round collecting favors. I gave it 47, lost the day. A colleague asked, is everything progressing? I said in several fascinating ways. Work arrived dressed as a productivity guru, selling inner peace in blocks of 25. I set the timer, watched it reach 0, then celebrated being technically alive. Every shortcut grows a family. Every quick win needs a chair. Every tiny can you just has a larger cause waiting on the stairs. Here comes the unfinished parade. Loose ends flying and plans delayed. Next action waiting someday maybe. Or marching out like they expect to save me. The clock can shout, the red lights flash. The perfect system can kiss my past. Impossible mission, lovely mate. I'm grinning at the head of the unfinished parade. I dust the city, turn its screens to amber rain. Put silver staples in the road. The future sent a fresh notification. Your better life is ready to download. I clicked, remind me later out of instinct. The sky replied by opening a seam. All the tasks I kept in careful order climbed from their boxes asking for a dream. The dentist taxes batteries and birthdays. The drawer of cables nobody can use. The book half read, the course half started, and one brave sock still hunting for its shoe. They followed me beyond the final bus stop. A paper army flapping in the rain. I turned and said, you'll get your fair attention, but none of you are driving me again. Let the dashboard lose its temper. Let the workflow disagree. A life is more than boxes filled in neatly. Sometimes motion is the victory. Here comes the unfinished parade. Red flag shining in the evening rain. Old plans limping, new plans waving. Every little not yet misbehaving. The list can bite, the clock can chase. I've carried hard tomorrow through this place. Impossible mission, set the dates. Strike up the unfinished parade. Let the fire on my unfinished face. Maybe order is a useful little servant that gets ideas above its station fast. Maybe clarity is not a spotless table. Maybe clarity is choosing what can last. I thought the list might make me worthy, every checkbox proof I'd earned the day. But the thing kept growing after every victory, like ivy with an MBA. So here's to what I finished badly. Here's to what I wisely left alone. Here's to all the urgent, vital projects that expired while the world kept rolling on. The work is real, the people matter, the promises deserve an honest hand. But guilt's a useless project manager with no clear brief and one aggressive plan. Here comes the unfinished parade, morning breaking on the plans we made. Next action waiting, someday maybe, still waving, but they don't get to name me. The clock can shout, the red lights flash. I'm not the sum of an organized past. Impossible mission, lovely mates, I'm grinning at the head of the unfinished parade. Here come the calls, I never return. The bridge is half built and the lessons half learned. I'll take one task, I'll take one road, leave perfection carrying its own load. The day looks hard, the sky looks great. Make some room for the unfinished parade. Not done, not neat, I am fine.